Okay, welcome back. This is the second video in setting up your basic yearbook layout design. You should already have your toolbar open and your horizontal and vertical eyeline chosen. It's okay if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, as long as you've got those spaces defined. So now we're going to talk about how to put pictures onto the page and how to resize them as well as crop them. So you're going to go up to File, and you're going to go to Place. This is a really important button that you're going to use all the time anytime you want to bring in an element, whether it is your pictures or it's your text. So hit Place, and then you're going to need to find the yearbook shared drive. If you've got your computer open, go to Computer, go to Share, go to Loinorix. You should only have two things listed here, Teacher Templates and Yearbook. I have more because I'm a teacher, but you should choose Yearbook. And then go to Photos and go to Practice Layout Photos. You can choose which one you want to use for today, either a prom layout or a women's swim and dive layout. I'm going to go to prom. In here you can see all the photos that are available to you. If you can't see them, you can choose to make them different size icons so that you can view them when you first open up here. And first thing we want to choose is our dominant photo, which is going to be the biggest photo on the page. And if you look, I've got a space this big for my dominant photo and around that shape, so I'm going to want to pick one that fits well there. So I'm going to choose to put in this photo of her getting out of the banana car. Once I click on it, I then have to click anywhere on my layout, and I would suggest doing it off on the side, and it'll place that entire photo on the page. So now what I need to do is make it fit into the space I have for my dominant photo. So not only do I need to scale it, I need to crop it. If you just go to the side and try to drag, what it's going to do is going to crop. It's going to cut parts of that out. And if you don't want to do that and you've done it by accident, use the shortcut Control-Z to undo. If I instead want to scale it, which means make it smaller, what you want to do is hold Shift, go into the corner, and drag it. Whoops, just kidding. Hold Control-Shift, go into the corner, and drag it. When you hold Control and Shift at the same time, it will scale it, meaning that it'll make it smaller. If you don't hold those, you can sometimes stretch out the picture. And you absolutely never want to stretch it out. So if you only hold one of them, you'll stretch out the picture. So now the picture is more like what I want it to be, but it's still not quite the same size. This is your outer margin. You can't have anything passing these purple lines on the outside, so get it kind of in the corner and then scale it again so that it fits. And then from here, I've got my main subjects in my area. I'm going to just crop it. I'm going to crop out most of the banana car. And now I've got those two, which is who I want, in that main space. If I decide later that I want more, but I want to keep it that shape, I can go over to my bar here, click on this white arrow, and click on the photo. You'll see this brown box appear. That's the whole photo. That's how big the whole photo is. And I can move the photo within it by using my arrow keys. It'll move it within that same shape. So if I want to move them over or something like that. And I can also make it bigger within the same shape by, again, holding Control-Shift and going to the corner. I can make them bigger or smaller, still keeping it the same shape. Click outside. Make sure you don't have that photo selected anymore to place another photo. File, Place. And now I'm looking for a photo that's more vertical that I want to put next to it. So I'm going to choose this one of people dancing. I'm going to place it off to the side. And I'm going to try to fit this photo right here. Zoom. Well, not yet. I'm not going to zoom in yet. My photo is so big. So hold Control-Shift to scale. Get it to right around the size I want to make it. And then I'm going to move it into my space. Go back to the corner to scale it a little more. And then I can crop it. Now I want to make sure that I have the exact margin, so I'm going to zoom in by putting Control+. And you'll see here that I didn't set up my vertical eye line perfectly. I want to move that over. That I've got a tiny bit of room there between my margin. So I'm going to move this over and make sure it fits the space perfectly. So now I've got a perfect half of a pica margin between them and between this photo. And that is how you place photos and scale them as well as crop them in InDesign. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to place and work with text so that you can fill in those elements, get some of your captions on the page, and then you can finish placing your photos on your own.